everyone, this is Miss Erin from Hauppauge Public Library, and today we are going to learn how to make a paper roll frog craft. Now this is a fun and easy craft to make where you get to repurpose a toilet paper or a paper towel roll and make this really cute frog. So what do you need to get started? You're going to need a paper roll, so either a toilet paper roll or you can cut a paper towel roll in half. You're also going to need paint. Now I made my frog green, kind of in honor of my friends here, but frogs come in lots of colors, right? They come in blue, red, yellow. You can even make up your own frog, so you get to pick the color. You're also going to need a paintbrush. You're going to need scissors, glue. You can either use stick glue or white glue. You also might want to use a magic marker to make the black parts of the frog's eyes. It's a little easier than cutting little pieces of paper. And you're also going to need some paper depending on the color of your frog. So for the eyes, you're going to need white paper. For the tongue sticking out, you're going to need red or pink paper. And then depending on what color you paint your frog, you would pick paper that's the same color or a color that you think goes well. So let's get started making a paper roll frog. First, you need to paint your paper roll. So take your paint and your paintbrush and paint it until you completely cover your paper roll like this. This one I even put spots on. And once you've painted it, you want to put it aside so it has time to dry. Next, you're going to make all the different parts of the frog. Let's start with the eyes. To make the eyes, you can take some white paper, and an easy way to make the circles of the eyes is to use a quarter. You can put the quarter on a piece of paper, hold it with your finger, trace it with a pencil. You do this twice, and then you can cut them both out so they look like this. Then you can take a black marker and color some circles into the middle to make the frog's pupils. Next, you can make the frog's legs. To make the frog's legs, you're just cutting 2 strips of paper. So you'll take a piece of paper, mine is green because my frog is green, and you're just going to cut the shorter side of the paper twice so that you have 2 thin strips. So I have one here, and then once you have the strip, you're going to cut it a little bit because it's going to be a little long. So just cut a little bit off the end, and then do the same thing again, and then you'll have your frog's legs. I have 2 already cut here, so they'll be about this length. Next, you're going to make your frog's feet. You can make your frog's feet any way you like. I modeled mine after Kermit the Frog. So you're going to draw on your green paper, red paper, whatever color you've made your frog. You're going to draw the shape onto the piece of paper, and then draw it again because you need 2 feet, right? And then cut it out. Let's cut this out really quickly. So you just follow along the lines. And now your frog has 2 feet. Next, you're going to move on to make your frog's tongue. To make your frog's tongue, you need pink or red paper, and you could cut a very thin strip so you can see this is a small piece of paper. And to make the tongue coiled and rolly and fun, you can take your strip of paper and make a little fold in the top like that. And then you're going to fold it over again, and you're going to keep folding it over until you get toward the end, till about here, because this is where you want to glue it on. And if you loosen it up a little bit, you can see you have a little bit of a coil for the frog's tongue. So once your frog body has dried, you can start gluing on all of the pieces. To glue on your frog's eyes, you're going to take your glue and glue about half of the back like this, because your frog's eyes are going to pop up a little bit over its body. So I'm going to glue this one on here and see how you can see in the back, you can still see half of the paper, and that's one eye, right? So let's get the other one on. Now the frog has two eyes. Next, you're going to draw your frog's mouth. So you're going to take your marker, you could take a black magic marker, and you're going to draw a cute little smiley mouth on your frog. We have a nice happy frog here. Next, you're going to take these strips of paper for your frog legs, and you're going to fold it over, not entirely, you don't have to make a really hard crease here, but fold it over a little bit, because this is this part up here. And then you're going to take a little bit here and overlap it, and you can glue that. So you're going to take the edge and put a little bit of glue on the edge. And you're going to want to hold this for a minute to make sure the glue dries, right? So give that a minute to dry, and then you can move on to doing the same thing for the other leg. Once the glue has had a little bit of time to dry, you're going to glue it onto the side of the frog's body. So you're going to take your glue again, you're going to glue it, put some glue onto the side of what's going to be the frog's legs, like this. And then you're going to stick it to the side of the frog's body. Now this you're going to have to hold for a few minutes and give it a little bit of time to dry, otherwise it will pop right back off and your frog won't have a leg. And once the first one is dried, you can do the same for the other leg. Once the glue on your frog's legs has dried, you can then take your feet and put a little bit of glue on the foot here, where it's going to connect with the paper roll, and then you're going to kind of put it on the table and just kind of stick it down. And then you could do the same thing for the other leg. And again, you definitely want to give this some time to dry. And if you find that it's not sticking with the stick glue, you can always try using some white glue. After the glue for the feet have dried, you can do the last part, which is gluing on the tongue. So you're going to take a little bit of glue and put it on this back part of the tongue here. You will probably get a little bit of glue on your fingers, that's okay. It's a nice thing about washable glue. And then you're going to take it and you're going to glue it onto, toward the bottom of the frog's little smile here. Now, your fingers might stick like mine are right now, that's okay. You might want to take your other fingers and kind of hold it down. And again, you want to give this a minute to dry. There we go. Now, once all of the glue has dried, you can then play with your frog. You can name your frog. This one is Freddie. Freddie, meet Francesca, my other frog. Oh, hello, hello. They can start a little family now, right? I hope you enjoyed watching this craft and that we'll see you soon at the library. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Are you a frog lover who wants to read more about frogs? Here are just a few of the frog books available at the library. A Frog Thing, A Frog in the Bog, and From Tadpole to Frog.